Hello, hello, hello. It is another thrilling coffee time, which nobody watches. There you go. Just me and you. Me watches. It's where I go to the Daily Mail website and I try and negotiate the paid for stories to bring you the free, the free material. Good news, everybody. The Met Office has issued a fresh snow alert for Britain, yeah. They reckon it's going to be a huge 250-mile wall of snow. Winter is coming again, which is going to last. It's going to come to us within days. Yellow snow warning. Don't eat the yellow snow. Blah blah blah. 8 inches. You're going to get a good 8 inches. There you go. I know how you like it. I know you like that kind of thing. -10 degrees temperatures, and yeah, it's a band. A band. It's going to be like across the. It's interesting. It's going to be across the middle of the country. Normally you think it's going to be old Scotland that gets it, but no. The warning runs from 3 a.m. on Thursday until 3 a.m. on Friday. So yeah, you might want to I don't know, put some grit down. Yeah, that sounds about right. What else have we got? Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime users are threatening to cancel their subscription because they're introducing adverts. Yeah, this is interesting. Is it interesting? I think this is the way everything's going to go now. Though it's odd, if you have a subscription service, that they should suddenly force adverts upon you. The whole point of having a subscription is you don't have to sit through adverts. But no, this is what Amazon's doing. From today, millions of UK customers will see ads at the beginning, end, and even during their favourite shows and movies. Okay, I might be able to live with adverts at the beginning. At the end, I'll just turn it off. But in the middle, come on, that's just not on. And guess what? If you want to get rid of those ads, you can get rid of them for £2.99 a month. Many have gone online on social media to slam Amazon as being greedy, and many have threatened to cancel their accounts. And yeah, there's been some people saying, "Oh, going to cancel, going to cancel, going to cancel it all." Thing is we are reaching like saturation point with all these streaming services, and this is just going to happen. I think. Is it Apple TV's gone up to something like $8.99 now? It started at $5.99 a few years back, and it's all just skyrocketing. But again, Amazon Prime Video for us is supposedly like a bonus to getting stuff delivered. Again, I get a lot of shopping, dog food delivered using Amazon Prime. Yeah, but I think eventually it's all going to fall in on itself. But what's interesting is Amazon have started allowing Netflix to show some of their properties. Yeah, so Amazon shows, not like the big ones, but there was a show we watched called Louder Milk, which I've enjoyed greatly, with Ron Livingston from Office Space in. Check it out. It's about a disgruntled middle-aged music reviewer who hates everything. I don't know why I enjoyed it. But yeah, that was shown on Amazon Prime, and now they've given it to Netflix. So you're going to see all these services kind of scrabbling for viewers. Meanwhile, Paris have gone to war on the humble SUV. Good for them. Good for them. But what they've done, if they haven't got ULEZ, Mecan. No, what they've got is they've more than 54% of Parisians have voted to triple parking fees for large SUV drivers that have come in from out of town to €18. That's about 15 quid per hour in the city centre. So yeah, so if you're parking on the streets of Gay Paris, it's going to hit you in the pocket. But why not? They take up more space. Again, wouldn't it be good if parking was actually worked out on how big your car was? So the little smart cars only paid a small fee, and the bigger cars paid more. That would be a sensible way of doing it. But then as you've noticed, folks, I do not run the world. But if I did, boy, would it be what a wonderful world it would be, as a wise man once sung. Slushy news. Remember last week we talked about a little boy got glycerol poisoning, glycerol toxicity, I think it was called. Well, it's happened again. This is Albie Green, who's 4. His mum, Beth, revealed that she feared that her son would die when he collapsed and slipped into unconsciousness after downing a slushy drink. Yeah, a nice slushy. Albie had been bowling with a friend when the pair gulped a small strawberry-flavoured slushy, and within half an hour Albie appeared tired and agitated in the back of the car. And I've got here's Albie. And his mum became concerned when he started to hallucinate and started clawing at his own face. So she took him to the hospital, and she described it as a nightmarish experience. Yeah, his blood sugar levels had plummeted to a dangerously low level, and his heartbeat was extremely slow. And the doctor said if they hadn't brought him in, he would have the incident would have been fatal. And this is again glycerol intolerance. The Food Standards Agency, FSA, issued new voluntary, it's only voluntary, industry guidance on glycerol in slush drinks in August 2023, advising they should not be sold to children 4 years of age and under. So there you go. Crikey, I remember kids slurping them down in the 70s and 80s. Maybe it was more of an 80s thing. I've never had one, so it never really appealed to me. So, but don't worry, here he is. He's back to normal. He's a happy chappy. So there you go. If you've got a young'un, no slushies for them. It was the Grammys last night, but nobody cares, so we won't talk about it. We won't talk about that. I'm trying to find some more. There you go. It's not just a runny nose and a cough. They found that COVID has another side effect. And what is that? COVID they reckon can cause insomnia. A new study found that 3 in 4 people with mild infections suffered insomnia. This is probably what's happening to me. This is researchers at Phenica University in Vietnam surveyed 1,000 COVID patients who, while ill, never became sick enough to be hospitalised, or asked about their sleeping patterns. Of the 3/4 who developed insomnia, 1 in 5 had a severe form. It also revealed that 50% of COVID patients who reported insomnia woke up more often at night. Additionally, 1 in 3 found it hard to get a good quality sleep, slept for short periods and struggled to fall asleep in the first place. Patients with anxiety or depression were more likely to experience insomnia while ill, the researchers found. So there you go. Dr. Huang said if insomnia does not bother you much, you can take some simple actions such as taking a warm shower before bed, shutting your phone down an hour before bedtime, doing 30 minutes of exercise per day, and avoiding caffeine after 4 p.m. She added, as a sleep researcher, I received many questions and complaints from relatives, friends, colleagues about sleep disturbances after recovering from COVID. The research has been published in the journal Frontiers in Public Health. So there we go. So if you got the vid, you could be kept up at night, the old insomnia. And insomnia, that's something that's bugged me, and I had a severe bout of it recently. Good news, everybody. The most successful politician of the 21st century, Nigel Farage, it says he's open-minded about joining the Conservatives. Yeah, there you go. His comments come ahead of an expected appearance at the launch of a new popular Conservatives group. So there's an oxymoron, popular Conservatives. That's like saying intelligent Labour, isn't it? Ex-PM Liz Truss, there we go, popular Conservative. She's popular. No, you made our mortgage go up, you cow. Former Business Secretary Sir Jacob Rees-Mogg. There's another one. Oh, old Lord Snooty himself, and Lee Anderson. They're due to speak at the PopCon event. That's what they've called it. And Nigel might be turning up. And here he is saying, I'm keeping you guessing. Is it the mild-mannered Jenner? Could be. That's a Hong Kong Phooey reference, for those of you who don't know what that is. First Monday in February is National Sickie Day, apparently. Okay. God, I can't remember the last time I pulled an actual sickie. An actual pretended to be ill. I don't think... Have I ever been pretended to be ill? I don't think I have. I think I've been ill. So yeah, research says this is the day of the year when workers are most likely to feign illness to get time off work. And it's the first payday after Christmas, combined with the fact that February is a prime time to look for a new job. Good, because I still haven't heard anything from the other ones I've applied for. They don't even reject me anymore. So what are the best excuses? Have we got right, so have we got any good ones? According to research from psychometric consultancy ERAS, there are certain excuses that are more likely to be believed to get you the day off work. Okay. Most common excuses were flu, including the vid, a migraine, mental health related, or my mental health, suffering from sickness or nausea, and physical injury. Those that were most frequently believed were symptoms of diarrhea, the flu, sick bug, mental health related illness, and migraine. So what are the worst ones? They've got some of the worst ones here. The ELAS group came up with the least likely excuses. My only pair of work trousers is in the wash. You could just turn up naked from the waist down, couldn't you? That'll get you sent home. It's my dog's birthday and I need to arrange a party for him. No one's ever used that. The dog ate my shoes. I got arrested. I suppose your brother could have done that one, Mrs. Couldn't he? Do you think he did that one? I lost my PPE. Do people still wear that now? I stayed out partying last night and haven't had any sleep. My friend is on annual leave, so can't get a lift. I've no way to get to work. My wife earns more than me, so I have to look after the kids. That's my excuse at the end there. But I have no way to get to work. I remember when there used to be terrible tube strikes, I'd phone in and say, I'm going to be late, probably being at about 11. Yeah. But I never gave up. Never gave up. There you go. So yeah, what's your favourite excuse for skiving off sick? Is it watching Coffee Time? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. God, there's a lot of Mail Plus stories to negotiate my way around. Pothole news. Yes. Yes, we got some pothole news, everyone. Furious locals living in the pothole capital of England say the crumbling roads have become so bad it's like living on the moon. Or Beirut. Or downtown Gaza these days. Where is this place? Where is this mystical place? Who knows? Does anyone want to guess where the pothole capital of England is? Here's a pothole whilst you're thinking about it. Well, it's Hereford. Okay. Believe you. A study found the city had more potholes than any other area in the country, with 25,000 being reported to the council last year alone. Smart Survey, a digital engagement firm, used data from Fix My Street platform to come up with the figures. It found there was one pothole reported for every 127th resident in Hereford. And yeah, here we go. It's nothing. Should have seen our road before they resurfaced it. Tyre fitter Jake Bow said he called out at least 3 times a day to rescue drivers who've damaged their cars or potholes. He says it's just getting ridiculous at the moment. Hey, but business is good for Jake. We're called out at least 3 times a day to help people whose tyres have burst or their cars have been damaged. The people who we help are just driving on normal roads in the city, but these giant potholes are everywhere. I think we've found our culprit. He's been around digging up the roads, and here he is saying, "Oh, all these potholes are really terrible. They are so bad because I have to keep changing people's tyres." Yeah. Now this isn't. Now this next story is nothing to snigger at, right? In fact, it's nothing to laugh at all. No, a Premier League footballer has become the first player to go to rehab for his addiction to nitrous oxide or laughing gas. You see what I did with the intro there? Yeah, the star was admitted to a medical centre after his family reportedly reached out to the club to help him with his addictions to NOS. And yeah, the player's family become worried after the police stopped his car, in which he was a passenger, and found dozens of canisters in the footwell. It looked a bit like this. I bet it clinked every time they went round a corner. I bet it all clinked together, didn't it? So there you go. But yeah, even though the police didn't charge anyone because they didn't know who the canisters belonged to, dust them for prints. God, Jesus. It's police work 101. No shiny things. Have fingerprints on. Nevertheless, the incident, which has taken place a few weeks before Christmas, worried the player's family and forced them to reach out to the club. A source said the player was told if he wanted to save his career to go to a specialist residential centre to get some help. He's basically undergoing detox in the same way you would if you were hooked on alcohol or any other drug. He's the first Premier League footballer to be treated for addiction to nitrous oxide. There you go. Like I said, it's no laughing matter. Yeah. What else have we got? Oh, more Grammy news. Nobody cares about the Grammys. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. We do have another pothole story. What? Two pothole stories in a day? This is Paul Hughes. He's a triathlete who found himself falling foul of a pothole in Stourbridge, Worcestershire, on October 22nd, 2022. The 57-year-old broke his collarbone, ribs, and pelvis, damaged his lung, and fractured his spinal cord in the incident. Here he is, looking a bit worse for wear. Blimey. Stay at home, folks. I've been warning you. And yeah, this is it. This is on Sugarloaf Lane. Sounds so sweet, but it's deadly. This is in Stourbridge in Worcestershire. And even after all this time, the pothole hasn't been filled in. But we know what you need to do. And here is Mr. Hughes in better times. There you go. And he raises money for charity with his cycling. But yeah, he said, I've always found an excuse to go out cycling, but now I'm finding excuses not to go cycling. When I did pluck up the courage to get on my bike after the accident, 4 or 5 times I got changed. I got on my bike, I went to the end of the drive, stopped, turned around and came back. See, because he got PTSD. But yeah. Yeah, the pothole still hasn't been repaired. Staffordshire Council, the Cabinet Member for Highways and Transport, David Williams, said, we're sorry to hear of this and injuries sustained, but we can't comment on the specifics of any individual incident. We have one of the largest road networks in the country, 6,000 kilometres. Is a Trivial Pursuit question for you. And keeping our railways in a good state of repair remains an ongoing and costly challenge. Blah de blah de blah. You should sue them. You should sue them for millions. Like they'd do that in America, wouldn't they? They would. Right, keep looking, keep looking. Oh, it's a shame. That's a good story, but Mail Plus. Mail Plus. Where else have we got? We're going to Lithuania. This is Airbus A320 as it's landing at Vilnius Airport. It was on a 2-hour journey from the Italian city of Bergamo on Saturday, and it's owned by Avion Express. Here it is coming down, and it skids on an icy runway. Whoa! Blimey, that's dramatic, isn't it? But yeah, everyone was fine. All 179 passengers were fine. Everyone's fine. Right, we have attention grabbing signs. Okay. Stolen from Board Panda. I'm liberating them. And this is a Halloween decoration. I did my own research. I think that's a comment on the vid and social media. I like it. All Americans must be accompanied by an adult. I like that too. That's good. Sorry, Americans. He is risen. I think it's Shrek, isn't it? I'm not a trash can. I'm an ashtray. I'm a tree. Thank you. Appreciate me. Respect my authority. See what they did there. Doctor's waiting room. If you die while waiting to see the doctor, please cancel your appointment. Okay. Could be a bit difficult, that. Don't stop believing. Yeah. Don't stop believing. It's a song lyric, isn't it? But they don't want anyone to visit their house. I want buns of steel, but also I want buns of cinnamon. Also, I've got a fist of steel, a heart of gold, and a knob of butter. Dear vegans, I killed this cow because it was eating your food. You're welcome. I like it. I like it. Just sold my homing pigeon on eBay for the 22nd time. That's a classic. I've seen that one before. Today's work from home tip: blowing on the wine in the mug will help you convince your Zoom meeting that your tea is hot. Dogs prepare for your babies, cats prepare for your teenagers. Exactly. Stroppy cats. An apple a day keeps anyone away if you throw it hard enough. Indeed. Fencing, the perfect COVID sport. Mask, gloves, stab anyone who gets closer than 6 feet. And finally, the Grinch never hated Christmas, he hated people, which is fair. I agree with the Grinch. There we go. That's a little distraction there for you. Did you enjoy that? Should we do this one? Yeah, why not? Sexy toddler news. Fast fashion giant Shine, I think that's how you put Shine is under fire for selling sexy clothes and padded bikinis designed for girls as young as 6. Oh God, I shouldn't have clicked on this. The Chinese retailer has become a top shopping destination. There's an app, isn't there? There's always an app, and I'm demonetised. Oh, this is totally unsuitable. No, certainly not. What the fuck? Okay. A bit 70s, that one. Yeah, and so yeah, that's what you can get in China for your kids. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Very, very bad idea. Ban everything. Ban everything. Meanwhile, one woman was surprised when she messaged her dad's phone. A woman named Kathy said her father passed away in 2020. And the young woman's been sending messages on his old phone number for the past couple of years. After a tough day, she wanted to speak to her dad, but he wasn't there because he's dead. And she said, I miss you every day, not anticipating a response. And she got a response. And there you go. Here it was. So obviously his phone number's been recycled because they move numbers on and recycle them. And yeah, there you go. So she had a weird conversation with, or you could pretend that it's her dad from beyond the grave. Yeah. But yeah, the stranger's cat was named Lucky. Yeah, the cat that's yawning. And Kathy said, when I was a kid, my dad got us a puppy, which we named Lucky. So a little bit of a weird coincidence and synchronicity there. So there you go. There you go. Meanwhile, this lady, the way I'm gluing these stories together is just fucking genius, man. Kitty Harrison decided that she was going to have a special goodbye to her dad, Steve Parry. And she was going to go and scatter his ashes high at the peak at Tryfan in Snowdonia, right? This is 3,000 feet up. Is there a picture? I don't think there is a picture. No, there isn't a picture of it. It's a shame. There is a picture of Kitty Harrison, who was going to spread her father's ashes on the top of this mountain. But as she was doing the deed, she lost her footing and plummeted down a sheer rock face and was left clinging to a tiny ledge over a 300-foot drop. And she had to wait there 3 hours until she got rescued. But yeah, the Welsh Peak had been one of her father's favourite spots before his sudden death in 2021 at age 56. Not long to go. Yeah, but here she is, having to be rescued. So stay at home. Should have just done it in the back garden. Would have been a lot safer. Meanwhile, Apple Vision is around, and it's the new wearable computer. I mean, it's the Apple Vision Pro. I don't think it's available over here, but you're going to see a lot of this. You can see a lot of this, right? And it's £3,500, but I mean, from the little previews that I've seen on YouTube, it's impressive stuff. But you wouldn't catch me walking around with it. But Simpsons apparently did it first. There you go. So probably get claimed by Fox. Oops. So yeah, it was from 2016 episode Friends and Family. So yeah, predicted the future again. We got. And here's this guy. He's driving along with the Vision Pro glasses on. He ends up getting pulled over by cops using his Tesla, and it's like, yeah, shouldn't be doing that, even though you can see through them. Very, 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 very silly thing to do. So yeah, you're going to see a lot more of this now. Though I think, it's just refreshed. It's just refreshed. I don't want it to refresh. There were some stories. Oh no. Hello, are you there? That's it. Oh, just breaking news. The last surviving member of Dad's army, that's Ian Lavender. Don't tell him, Pike, has passed away. That's a shame. That's the last of the line there. And in case you don't remember, here he is at the back. He was the youngest member of the cast. So farewell to Ian Lavender. Good job it refreshed. Got a little bit of news in at the end there. But there was a couple of animal stories I want to get to, and they were at the bottom. The first one is I've got some polar bears. Yeah, this was caught on camera in Svalbard, which is an archipelago in Norway. It's situated between Norway and the North Pole, and these polar bears, a male polar bear he became enamoured with this female, and he tracked her. He spent weeks tracking the female. And here he was. And it worked. He mimicked her every move and followed her. And they started to play with each other. She accepted him. And here they are together. And there you go. What a wonderful world we live in. And there is another one. I've just got to find it because here we go. It's coming. Just scrolling down. Just got to keep scrolling. Where's it gone? Nope. Where's it gone? There was a really good elephant story. I've lost it. Ah, here it is. This is an elephant called Bukali, and 67-year-old elephant. Oops. Had a spa. Yeah. They've actually got a little spa for elephants. Can you believe that? How cool is that? Who'd have thought it? They have a little spa in the elephant hospital where she'd been treated. I think it's a she. But yeah. Now that must be great. To have a great picture of the elephant. Oh. Yeah, the 67-year-old, whose name means flower bud, is blind in one eye and has weak legs after spending years of begging. And here she is enjoying the spa. Wow. But they also treated her for various ailments there as well. Where is this? This is in India's first elephant hospital in Agra, near the Taj Mahal. The complex boasts a large hydrotherapy pool to ease the aches and pains, and a mobile X-ray equipment, ultrasound and laser therapy. And they have experienced vets that help diagnose and treat fractures and wounds. So she's getting treated there. Kartik Satyanarayan, the chief executive of the Wildlife SOS charity, which runs the hospital, which has help from the donations from the UK, said the elephants love the pool so much you can actually see tears of joy in their eyes after years of cruelty. The charity was formed in 1995. So there you go. I think that's enough. That'll do for today. Let's see if there's anybody in. It's 9 people in, so I guess that's not bad for a Monday. Andrew's in. It's a good day. And he says, I always love that film, High Fidelity. Okay. Nico says, hello. And Simon's in, how's it going? It's still going. And he goes, oh dear, ads on Amazon Prime. Yeah, well, again, they're trying to squeeze the last drop out. They've got to be able to pay for the next series of, was it Lord of the Rings? Or is it Power of the Rings? What is it? Runs in, he says hi. And Simon says, saw a good film called Tollbooth over the weekend, a Welsh dark comedy. Yeah, I've heard the title, yeah. Simon says the doc about that band is on Prime. Still haven't seen it. Oh, about that band. Oh, I saw it. I got it on US Apple, because it was like they had it on offer for like $5 or something, and I had $5. It was the cheapest amount I could give them, the lowest amount. That's all they've had out of me is like £3 since 2019, and that's all they're getting. And it's dog shit, but everyone will say it's brilliant, but it tells you nothing. It tells you nothing. It just perpetuates the myth of the featured artist. That's all it does. That's all it's there for. Simon says, waiting for the robot apocalypse. Yeah, it's coming. Dog cam. Unfortunately, we have to have our surrogate dog cam, because Layla's not. She's not always in the room, so I'm going to have to very carefully get in my surrogate dog cam, and I've also got some bear action as well. So there you go. So that's all you're getting. Oh dear. Exposure. So yeah, that's all you're getting, because there is no dog cam. AJ says, when do you get your Apple Pro? I'm not getting them. $3,500. Are you kidding me? No, I'm interested. I'm interested in the technology. I think it's very interesting what they're doing, but it's too expensive, too big. If they do it in a pair of glasses, then I've never been interested in VR. I've never used a VR headset, other than like the ones they had in the very early 2000s. There was all these headsets going around, but basically like monitors. I used to review that kind of stuff for the magazines I worked for, but I've never been interested. I've never been interested in VR, but I like the idea of almost like a Minority Report thing, where you're moving your hands and you can move windows around in your own vision. But too expensive and too clunky for me. But I like watching videos of people using it. It's very entertaining. Roy says hi, and he says Elephant Spa reminds me of when I go to the pool with my ex-girlfriend. Oof. Says AJ, so I learned from the polar bear, if you stalk someone long enough, they will be with you. Basically. But I don't think it works for humans anymore. You may get arrested. For Sinus' zoo visit in winter is worth it just to see the snow monkeys. And Bundy says, turned to insult to injury, they just upped Amazon Prime subscription by $20 here in Australia. I think it went up over here as well. I think, again, because I get a lot of stuff delivered, I get, like I say, a lot of dog food. I use it for that, and the TV is more like an add-on. I don't know. I wouldn't. If you were buying it purely for the streaming side of things, I can imagine you being quite aggrieved by it. I certainly don't think they should be putting adverts in the middle of films. You can maybe get away with it with TV shows, because they have a lot of TV shows on there. We've just started watching series 5 of Fargo on there, because I didn't know where it was. I've been waiting to watch it, and it was hiding on Amazon Prime all along. And again, if they put adverts in the middle of that, I can deal with that. It's not too bad. But if they did it in the middle of movies, I think I'd be pretty peeved. I have to wait and see. But I'm not paying $2.99 to get them removed. That's ridiculous. Mind you, the movies on Amazon Prime, they have some suspect versions. We sat down to watch Ghostbusters. This was last year, and it was like it was from one of those dodgy Chinese DVDs. It was very blurry and not HD at all. So some of their, and same with Back to the Future as well. Weird. But anyway, I'm getting off the point. So I wouldn't necessarily use Amazon Prime. I wouldn't pay for it. I pay for it, but I'm not paying for that. I'm paying for the delivery. Simon says, and polar bears, of course. And Dr. Ross is snuck in at the end. Dog cam. Like I said, the dog's not in the room, but you can have toy dog cam. It's a border collie. It still counts, and there's a bear there as well. So there you go. That you can have a bit of that. A bit of a compromise. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was Coffee Time, where we look at the news, and I'm killing the channel one video at a time. Thank you for watching. There's only one thing left to say by now. You should know that, isn't it? Is drink out.